If you call me a Paki, I'll knock you out on the street.
That she wasn't 9 years old. That's rubbish.
I don't agree with that. Are you Vidovic?
Do you think Islam promotes free speech?
Does Islam promote free speech?
Do you think free speech and Islam are compatible?
Free speech.
Do you think if
and
the country was
Islam,
run on Islamic values, or do you think
if this country was run
any country was run on Islamic values?
by Islamic values, well, I think it's so. What's the question?
If a
Would
country
free
was run
speech
on
be
Islamic
compatible?
values, do you think they would promote free speech or only their own interpretation of Islam?
I mean,
Be honest.
no. To be honest, can I answer that question? I'll answer that question. I'm not knowledgeable enough, and I don't answer these questions about where it's like more about the future tense. But I know Islam as a system is fair to all races and to all religions, 100%.
So would people be allowed to openly
what?
disagree with Islam, challenge Islam, mock Islam?
Mocking Islam. How do you mean by mocking Islam? What do you
So
mean
if
by mocking
someone
Islam?
draws a cartoon or makes a video against a Muslim speaker or
What do you
against
want?
the Prophet.
A Muslim speaker? You can scrutinise a Muslim speaker. Go ahead.
About Muhammad.
Satire, jokes.
Satire. But why, though? Can I ask a question?
Obviously-
Hold on. Can I ask that question? I want to know, why is this big thing? You seem to focus so much on criticising Muhammad through films and through cartoons, but why? It's almost like you've got like this hate towards him.
It's in human nature.
Is it because of the fact you guys can't? So say right now, for example, I'm your father right now, and there's a fire over there, and I tell you don't play with that fire, you're gonna get burnt. And you, because it's human nature, you want to do it, and you get burnt as a result of it.
But
how would you know though?
We're used to criticising all the other religions. So if you look at Monty
Because you made a
Python's Life
mockery
of
of all the other
Brian,
religions.
that's what we used
You
to.
don't mock the
celebrate.
Jews as much. You don't
That's
mock
what
the
we
Jews
used
as
to.
much. You don't mock the Jews.
You look at the Life of Brian.
The Jews
like
mock the Jews.
Monty
The
Python,
Jews-
1977.
The Jews make fun of themselves all the time.
For example, I'm from Hackney, yeah? There's an area called
but
Stamford
look, there's a
Hill.
difference here. If I
hold on,
mock
there's
myself
an area called Stamford
and I mock
Hill.
you, it's different, isn't it?
Yeah, I know
the
that,
same problems that certain members of the
Well, yeah,
UBL
to me, they're all.
and Britain First have a problem with.
Yeah, but if I mock
when it comes to
myself,
segregation and that. The
self-deprecating
Jews have a
you
role
are different.
where
If I mock
women's
you,
on
different.
the side
No,
role
no.
and men will on the side
But
role.
if someone made
There
fun
are
of
separate
Jews,
police.
no one's going to get killed.
No, you guys can't make a mockery. Others should be called an anti-Semite. You'd be called an
No, it
anti-Semite.
depends what you-
100%. 100%. Mock the Jews now.
No, but you can't.
Jews.
Mock them.
Anyone got any Jewish
Before
jokes?
you can mock them.
They've got big noses and they're
Big noses, there you go. Big nose, there you go.
Keep throwing it. Go on.
But if someone made a joke,
Someone will call you an anti-Semite for that. And tomorrow when there's a march with Israeli flags here,
no.
It's because I want to know, what is your problem with Muhammad? What is your actual problem with Muhammad? Or the whole 9-year-old thing? What else, man? I've heard it all, man.
Do you think that's okay?
Do I think that's
It's not
okay?
priority. It's not priority.
Personally, you gotta understand the context of the
It's not
situation
priority.
is
There's a difference, right?
times are
If
then,
you're in a good mood,
times are now, it's much more different.
If
The
you're in a
average
good
woman
mood,
at
I
the
can
time
joke with you.
was more
You're
developed. Do you know what I mean?
retard, blah, blah, blah.
not
If you're in a
true.
bad
But it's
mood,
not about the age
and I
though.
say, oh,
It's
you're a
about-
dickhead,
okay, I'm Somali, yeah? I'm Somali, yeah? I've got cousins, yeah, that grew up in the bush, yeah? Yeah? A man is considered a man, yeah, by the age of 9, 10 years old. He's out
That
there.
doesn't make it
100
right.
No,
That doesn't make it
hold up.
That doesn't make
Our
it
West,
right.
we're too busy sugarcoating our kids and making our kids.
So I understand
No,
that
we are.
children are
100%
I
as a
agree.
society.
I agree that children
We're
are
dumbing
sheltered.
down as
I agree with that. I'm not disagreeing. But that doesn't mean that he's a man.
Because you're looking at it from the context of what you've grown up and what you've come to see in this Western world. That's how you're looking at it. Do you know what I mean? And then you want to start looking, oh, he's a pig.
I don't think that Aisha was 9 years old anyway. You can't justify that. She wasn't 9 years old. That's rubbish. Wherever that comes from, that's a wrong interpretation. She wasn't 9 years old. She was
No,
a very
I've noticed. I'm not saying you guys, because I don't know you, innit? I don't know. I've only just met you, son. Absolutely. But my problem is right now. For example, the brother, one of the guys here, they were asking me, oh, why can't we draw cartoons? But
Why?
would you? But why?
But why not?
But why? But why do you want to focus on it? The man is such a great man.
Yeah.
No.
To you.
No, but okay.
To you.
To humanity. To humanity.
No. To Muslims.
humanity.
No, you can't
Give
say
me-
that to everyone else. You can't
Okay,
say
so
that.
if I give you examples of what he's done,
I can disagree. I might think it's not that great. I think, you know what, someone else did better. That's not the point. The point is, should be legally allowed to draw a cartoon? Should people be legally allowed to draw a cartoon of the Prophet? If you don't like it, don't look at it.
But how I look at it, can I ask you a question?
Say yes. Should we be legally allowed to speak about Holocaust?
Yes.
Yeah, legally.
Why-
Some of my views on the Holocaust,
Yes.
some of my Holocaust, I'll
So
go jail
why
for
it is
it.
not
I'll go
the
jail
case
for it. I'm
here?
not accepting. I'll go jail for it. So there's no such thing as free speech.
But do we stick to the law?
Talk about free speech and how
We stick to the law.
Islam, innit? But I
The
said free
law
speech doesn't
is we
exist.
cannot
There's
discuss
parameters, innit? There's-
about Holocaust and no, we can't. No, we could.
Speak as
No,
you can.
anything you want to say. You want to deny it? Go ahead. Okay, okay. If it's Speaker's Corner, you can. But outside Speaker's Corner, can we? Can we? Outside?
Yes, you can.
No, we can't.
You're right. It's got nothing to do with Asians. You're right.
So, bro, that's not a very good argument. That's not a very good argument. I'm sorry. Just because it's wrong there doesn't mean it's not a very good argument.
Why would you do it? Yeah, why would you do it, man? I don't. It's just to be an idiot.
All I'm saying, I agree,
but-
because look, I grew up in common law,
Why is
maritime
freedom
law.
of speech only for certain people?
Yeah,
but
why,
certain people not?
that's what I'm trying to say to you.
So, was it speech only for certain people?
Why is freedom of speech
Yeah.
only selective for a certain
Yeah.
group of people?
Give me an example.
And,
I'll give you an example. Yeah, I can give you an example. We know, for example, we all remember the horrible atrocity that happened at the Charlie Hebdo magazine, yeah? But what we need to remember is one of their cartoonists, he done cartoons previously. I can't remember his name. He made cartoons about Orthodox Jews. He insulted Judaism, and he lost his job. He was sacked for anti-Semitism. But when they insult Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, suddenly, oh nice, freedom of speech.
Okay.
Never mind, we offended 1.8 billion
Okay,
people.
so
It's freedom
my-
of speech.
so-
But
so-
when it's against the Jew,
So my-
oh this is wrong. We have to stop this guy. He must lose his job. Why? Why is it so selective?
Okay, so my
Why?
argument against that is I disagree with that as well. I don't say, oh, don't make fun of Jews, make fun of Muslims. I'm saying make fun of everyone equally. If you don't like satire, if you don't like it, just look away. Simple as that. I don't like this. You can't say this. You can't say that. You're gonna get punished. Go to jail. I don't agree with that.
Question.
That's why
Are you Vidovic?
I'm Vidovic.
I've seen you on YouTube.
what's that?
I've seen him on YouTube. He mocked Abu Halima, innit?
Yeah, so exactly. Someone could be offended by what I did, right, and say, you know what, we don't like what you're doing. Go to jail. Like,
He's changed his ways, though.
regardless of whether he changes ways or not. My point is, let's be consistent. Let's make fun of everyone equally. Like, you know, when you go,
Why would you do that?
Because, okay, let me give you an example.
Why
You know,
can't
when
you
you
just
go
get along with people without insulting them?
Okay, this is what I'm trying to say to you.
If you have to get through life by insulting people, then you've got a problem.
That makes you
You've got a problem.
No.
That's
You've
like
got a problem.
Regardless
You
of
have
that,
to do that.
regardless of that, I'm saying be
Fine,
consistent.
you know I'm going to
be
get
consistent.
offended by something you draw, yeah?
Yeah.
And you draw and say, bro, you're going to get a box in the teeth.
I know,
you
exactly.
draw a
I'm
picture of my mum with a tit out.
How is that creative? How's that productive? How's that productive for productive
Okay,
society?
so let's say, for example, I say I find certain verses of the Quran very offensive. Let's say, for example, I find certain verses
If I
of the
draw a
Quran very
picture trying
offensive.
to insult your family, you're going to be annoyed.
You got a right. You got a right.
And
No,
we
no,
love the
no.
Prophet more than our own family, so of course we're going to be
You got a
annoyed.
right to be offended, and you got a right to
There you go.
scrutinise.
There you go.
But what?
There you go. So I would say you got a right to be offended by my drawing.
Say, right, listen to me. I'm a Muslim.
Yeah.
There's certain things in the Quran I was confused about, or certain
You're not
hadiths.
answering the point.
No, I am answering the point. I am answering the point because I'm agreeing. I'm
Okay.
agreeing.
Oh, you're agreeing, okay.
So hold up. There's certain things I was a bit baffed about.
Yep.
But I thought, do you know what? When I went to go seek knowledge and understand the meaning behind
That's
it,
fine,
I thought, do you know
that's
what?
fine.
It's reasonable. But what I'm trying to say to you, this whole thing about scrutinising people and trying
So
to get
what?
onto
People
somebody's...
should be allowed to scrutinise
Yeah,
anyone
but
they
it's saying not though. That's what I'm trying to say.
What, it's not,
not.
what?
But what I'm trying to say is, how is that productive for a productive society?
It could be very
How's that gonna-
productive.
How?
Satire and comedy are very productive
How?
in illustrating irrational
there's a
beliefs.
You need to understand there's a difference between comedy, having a joke, and actively insulting.
and
If you
insult-
have
but
to
part of
get...
comedy is
no,
that.
no.
So as a,
you can
comedian,
make
yeah, say right now,
jokes
for example,
without
if I
being
started
rude.
half an hour, started just not roasting you. I'm talking so offensively about your
That's
mother.
another debate in
and-
itself.
because
You're
of
allowed to do that, you're allowed to do that.
I didn't say no.
That's another debate in
I'm allowed
itself,
to do
isn't
that.
it?
Would you like it?
I wouldn't like it.
There you
But I
go.
wouldn't ban
There
you.
go.
But I wouldn't
There
ban
go.
you.
So,
But I
so
wouldn't
do you
punish
believe
you.
in respecting people's feelings then?
Yeah, but if it's a
Do
personal...
you respect my feelings?
I respect you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You respect my
I
feelings.
respect you, bro.
So respect
But
my
what I'm
feelings
saying
by-
is, I
by
wouldn't
not saying
punish
that
you
about
for
my
doing
mum.
that. I've got no intention of insulting anyone's mum. But I'm saying, even if, let's say, worst case scenario, you started saying to me, your mum this, your mum that.
I wouldn't though.
I know you would. I know you're a nice guy. But I'm saying, even if you did, my respect. I'm not legally able to say, punish this guy, put him in jail, kill him. I can't do that. If I don't like what you say, I can just walk away. Why do I have to resort to violence or banning you? I don't agree with that.
I'll explain, because you have to understand, right, that everyone's different. It's like if you go down the street and you throw like the same insult at different people, some people be like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Some people are like, what? And then someone might headbutt you. That's probably what will happen.
Yeah, and that's illegal.
Because people react differently. So the best thing to do.
You couldn't ultimately be shot.
The best thing to do. No. The best thing to do is to just not. Wait, hold on.
Let me make his point.
This is ridiculous.
That's bullshit, man.
This is not speaker's corner. This is talk and interrupt corner. Okay. What I'm saying is, is why is it that now we define our freedom, by having the freedom to just be rude to people? Like, why can't you just not be rude? Why can't you just get along?
Who sets the line? Who sets the dividing line between what is not rude? That's my question. Tell me who. But we're all different.
Like you said, we're all different.
Values.
Everyone got different lines, right?
There's
we
lines.
agree that I shouldn't steal from you, that I shouldn't harm you, that I should honour your personal space. No, morality though, I'm talking about morality as a concept. Regardless.
The same source is using.
But ain't there no morality when it comes to speech?
That's the same.
Ain't there no morality?
The morality
you
is you can't
as
incite
elder, I'm
violence.
supposed to talk. Yeah, I'm not going to incite violence.
But
you
other than that,
someone older than me, I will respect you. Regardless if I don't agree with your views, because it's the way I've been growing up, it's the way what I believe in my heart. To respect my elders, to honour my elders, to do twice the amount of listening and speaking.
So that's about etiquette.
Yes.
Let's be clear about that. There's two things here: etiquette and what is essentially the law of the land. Because when we talk about free speech, we're talking about rules that are laid down by the state to govern what we can and can't say. So what we're talking about here is etiquette. That's good behaviour towards each other, and I'm entirely in agreement that we ought to behave well to each other like that. But if somebody chooses not to and chooses to insult me because of my age or my lack of hair, I'll just walk away. And it won't be fair. But I'm not going to go to a policeman and say arrest that person because they're insulting me or they're rude. So my original point to you, sir, is who draws this line? How is this line policed? How is it monitored between acceptable speech and hate speech or whatever?
What I would say is, you said about someone insults you because of your age. Now you wouldn't care, but there might be someone, that might bash the guy with a walking stick. Do you know what I mean? People react differently. So what I'm saying is,
that's neither here or there.
No.
Right?
Because what you understand is, is the fundamental thing is you should just be polite to people.
Of course,
you don't have to go around insulting.
I agree with you.
Etiquette. We agree on that.
Etiquette. Yeah. We're being polite.
No disagreement.
We're being polite to each other right now.
No disagreement.
What he's talking about is, why is it that you draw the line at your profit? You don't have to draw a cartoon of him if you don't want to. No one's forcing you to draw a cartoon. You don't even have to like the cartoon. But if someone wants to, no one is killed by simply drawing a cartoon. No one.
We love and respect him more than our own
You don't have
parents.
to like the prophet. So you don't have to like the cartoon. You don't have to share it. You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. But if someone does want to, you leave them to it.
For example, there was a piece of quotes art where the cross was put into a tank full of urine. Now, there's two things. I say they breached etiquette big time, but on the other hand, I defend their right to do it. Because they haven't violated anybody's bodily integrity. It's bad taste.
They've
Yeah,
insulted
you might
millions and millions of people. No,
it's words. So back to my question, which I don't think you've answered, which is what body of the state monitors the boundary line between what is acceptable and not acceptable?
The state don't function.
Well, who does?
Man-made law doesn't work.
Tell us all then. How should it work? Because you propose there should be a boundary, a distinction between allowed speech and not allowed speech. So how would that be policed? Given that we can't use our individual consciousness because they're all different.
As a Muslim, I would say, if you had an iPhone that broke, you wouldn't go to Samsung to get it fixed because Apple didn't make the iPhone. But as a Muslim, someone who believes in God, I say, I go to God because He created us and He knows what's best for us. That's what I say. That's where I get my boundaries. But you personally, it's different. I know. That's why I said for you personally, it's different.
Yeah. So we all end up with different standards.
You have a problem. I know.
So we're just back to square one.
Yeah.
There's no way of enforcing this without beating each other up.
You don't have to be.
Well, it's the ultimate consequence of people insisting on their right not to be insulted. That's a different argument.
In my opinion, as an individual, I would.
Islam or anything.
I was coming to a point. The point I was making is, and I'm coming back to the point earlier, because everyone's talking about who should define this, who should define that. I think it is a difficult debate, especially in this day and age. But I think people now, they just put in too much effort to just deliberately antagonize and upset one another, profit from it, and then go freedom of speech, you know? And it's just ridiculous. It's like, why can't you just live your life without insulting people? This is the thing. Everyone now is feeling the need. They have to go, I have to insult someone to be free.
Okay,
That's
so let
what
me
I
ask you
mean.
a
It's
question.
wrong.
Let me
It's
ask
like,
you a
why
question.
can't you just
What if I
live
do
and let
Prophet
live?
Muhammad doing something nice, like picking flowers? That's not insulting, is it? Am I allowed to do that?
What do you mean?
So let's say I drew Muhammad just walking down the road.
Why are you drawing him?
Oh, no, I'm a creative person. I like drawing. I drew Jesus, Muhammad, Moses walking down the road.
Well, why are you drawing him?
Because I want to. See, I'm not even talking about making a picture that's like overly racialized or overly like doing something like a bomb in a. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just a normal picture of Muhammad walking down the
Why
road.
would you draw him if you don't know how he looks like?
My imagination of what I think. I'm allowed to do that. From the description, there's actually a description given in the like the Shema.
You like someone who had hair down to here and a fist-length beard.
If I use that description, the authentic description, draw him just normally standing there like this, is that wrong?
There's no way you can actually depict him because
I understand. It's not a.
someone might take
I
the same
understand it's not a
description.
scientific drawing.
Someone
It's my
might.
imagination.
Someone might.
Is that wrong?
Someone may read that hadith and take the same depiction, and they might go to draw it, and theirs will be slightly different to yours.
That's fine.
You cannot.
That's fine.
You cannot
This
come to
is
the
my-
same
so
depiction.
if I put the caveat,
We
saying
do not
this is not an
depict
accurate
prophets.
drawing,
We do not
this is my
depict prophets
understanding.
because we have no right to.
You're missing the point of whether if I get the exact facial features right. In principle, can I draw him just doing something normal?
Yeah, you can.
You can. He's saying.
Now, you can. But the problem is there is a double standard.
What's the double
And that's
standard?
it.
But I told you can't.
I'll tell you why.
Go on.
Yeah? You know, remember the editor of the Danish newspaper?
Yeah, which one?
When he drew the Muhammad cartoons, yes? What happened 2 years later? Do you know?
He got killed, didn't he?
No. Basically, they wanted to do the same with the Christians. And you know what was response of this editor? No, don't do that. It will offend the Christians.
No, we spoke. No.
You want some
We
proof?
spoke. No.
You want
I'm
some
just going to
proof? I can
clarify.
give you the proof right
I'm just
now.
going to clarify.
Don't worry, when I'm saying something,
I'm just
I have
going to
the proof with
clarify.
me.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm going to clarify.
the Charlie Hebdo, for instance, the Charlie Hebdo. The Charlie Hebdo. You know when they drew something, yes? You know someone do the same thing. You know when basically they put some kind of muscles, on his
Backside.
Yeah. You know what happened to this guy? He was sentenced by the French authorities for how do you say in English? I'm French, so to
Insulting.
propagate the ideas of Al Qaeda. Where's the freedom of speech?
I disagree.
And also,
Where's the freedom of
I
speech?
disagree.
have
Me and you can agree on that. Can you agree with me drawing
I
Muhammad?
agree with you.
That's fine then. That's fine.
The problem is there is double standard.
Then let's get rid
When
of
it
double
comes to
standard.
Islam, they're right. When
Okay,
it's
so we're in
against
a-
Islam, there's no.
So we're in agreement,
One
we're in
guy,
agreement.
one guy.
I said this earlier.
One guy, a newspaper. He used to work for Charlie Hebdo. His
Insulted
name was
Jews, he lost his job.
Sine. Yeah, S-I-N-E. You can Google it if you want. He did a cartoon about a Jew, yes, and he was
his job,
kicked out.
anti-Semitism.
I disagree.
And he was prosecuted by Charlie Hebdo,
I
and he
disagree.
won. And he won.
That's good.
Towards everyone, and I have no right to insult anyone, whether that's because of how they look, where they're from, what they believe, what they think. I don't have the right to insult anyone as a Muslim.
That's fine. That's your belief, though.
Yeah.
But not everyone believes what you're saying.
Of course, yeah.
So would you allow other people
It's a Muslim
to mock
belief.
Muslim?
I would just say, personally, just don't insult people, especially about personal issues. Like whether it be race, religion, things like that.
But people make racist jokes all the time, like Chris Rock and all these.
Just because they do it doesn't mean it's right.
So you're against them as well?
Just because someone does something doesn't mean it's right.
Okay, so you're against
Hitler killed 6 million people. Just because he does
Hang
it
on,
doesn't mean it's
Are you
right.
comparing Hitler killing people
What
to
I'm
someone making a
saying
racist
is,
joke?
you just said, right, because you acted like, because this guy does something, it's okay. I'm saying, no, because someone does something doesn't mean it's okay.
It's like your mum. You know when your mum says, yeah, well, if your friends jump over the bridge, are you gonna jump over the bridge? Doesn't make it okay,
it's
bro.
like that. It's like that.
So you haven't really answered my question. Do you agree with free speech in principle? Someone should be allowed to mock something or take the
Basically,
piss.
you answer the question, gives them the pathway for them to start mocking
Even in
and stuff.
principle.
Mock
No,
yourself
I'm not going to mock you right now.
I
I'm
have
talking
2
about
points. I have 2 points for that answer. I would
You said
say
yes.
I
I
would
said
say
yes, but and even in principle today, can you mock the Queen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, you can.
You can.
Okay, fuck the Queen.
You can't.
Fuck the Queen.
You can't.
Fuck the Queen. Queen's a bitch.
Draw on a note. Draw on a note. Draw on a note. You can't draw on a note. You can't erase a
You
picture.
can't draw a note. You can't draw a note either.
It's against
This
the
is-
law.
Police. Say it for the police, please.
Fuck the Queen.
No, go. Mr. Policeman.
Bring it. I don't give a damn.
It is
So
a
you're using,
criminal offence to deface.
are you using the Kafirs law as your own example? You're saying,
No.
oh, you can't do the Queen, therefore you can't do the Prophet.
No,
If tomorrow they pass a law saying you can mock the Queen, would you say, okay,
You
can
just
mock the
asked,
Prophet?
can you mock the Queen? I gave
I'm
an
saying
example
yes,
how
but-
you can't.
Watch comedy shows, they mock the Queen all the time.
Yeah, but I'm saying there's also a law that says you can't deface the pound note. So in a way you can, in a way you can't. So what is it?
So your argument rests on the fact that you can't mock the Queen, therefore you can't mock the Prophet. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Okay, so forget the Queen. The Queen's got nothing to do with this.
You said the Queen.
God forbids us from mocking other people's religion.
Sorry?
Yeah? God, Allah forbids us in the Quran. That do
That's
not-
fine. You don't
not-
do it.
Yeah,
but other
don't.
people don't believe in your religion. That's what I'm saying to you.
Don't-
This country's not run by Islam. So let's say, for example, you don't want to do it.
Let me
I
finish.
respect that.
I want to ask this question. Let me finish.
Go for it. Go for it.
Don't insult other people's religion. Yeah.
Yep.
In case, but the reaction will be that they will insult Allah.
Okay, that's fine.
So don't
That's
start
fine.
that. Don't start, because Islam is prevention.
I understand what you're saying.
Islam is
If
prevention.
you don't want to do it,
Somebody, they're going to insult you back.
so let them. So if I say you're stupid, you sound stupid.
Let's close that
Don't
door.
do it. If you insult
Close
someone,
that door.
I'm saying, in principle,
if you start it, obviously somebody's going to finish
Do
it.
something else.
And is that a threat? That someone's going to finish
That's
it?
not a threat, but that's what's going to happen. So if you go on the
No,
street
people make fun of
and you
everybody's
call
all the
me,
time.
if you call me a packy, I'll knock you out on the street.
Yeah, but that, the
You
vote.
understand? Just because me and you standing here doesn't mean
I'm
nothing. I'll
Pakistani as
knock
well.
you out.
I'm Pakistani
You
as well.
understand? Yeah?
Well, I'm calling for a
Are
package.
you going to call me a packy?
No, because I've got.
So,
What? Yeah, but I'm not like that. I don't go around calling people packies.
yeah, exactly.
But I'm packing
why are
myself.
why are you going around
I'm packing myself, so
disrespecting
I can't
people's
call you
beliefs?
Calling me a packy, that's a minor than.
Yeah, but his
That
response
is
should not
not
be,
the
I'm going to beat you up.
I will.
Yeah, you will, but that's not the right response, is it?
It is the right
Why
response.
is it
If
right
you're on the
response?
street, just because
Yeah.
me and you sit standing here in Speaker's Corner, if you were
Is
on
that
the
the prophetic
street
response?
and you
Is that the prophetic response?
no, that's a normal response, human being
Oh,
response.
but you're Muslim, right?
So it's normal to be a human being.
Oh, so the prophet, if someone insults the prophet, his response is to beat him up.
Sorry?
If someone insults the prophet,
Yeah.
the response is that he should go beat him up.
The Prophet never beat anyone up.
Okay, so why
And
don't you
a
follow
lot of
example?
people
So
assaulted
why don't you
him.
follow example?
A lot of people assaulted him because I'm not as good as a prophet.
Okay,
I
but
get
so-
angry. If someone puts me
I
down,
understand
I'll
that.
beat them.
So your response should be, fine, I'm angry. This guy dissed
no,
me.
he insulted
I
me,
should
but
follow
if
the
he
prophet's
didn't
example.
insult me, I wouldn't have been angry with him, would I?
You could be angry, but you can walk
So-
away.
so-
The bigger man will walk away in that.
Yeah, but you might think that's a bigger man. But if someone
think
goes,
it's a bigger man?
so if someone goes around insulting your mum, is it okay?
I don't like it, but I'll just walk away.
So you would walk away. Someone said, "Yeah, your mum is this and your mum is that. I'm going to sleep with your mum today. I'm going to sleep with your sister. I'm going to do this."
It's words. It's not going to actually impact me, is it?
You have no morals, bro.
No, my moral
You
is.
don't have any morals. Bro. You don't have no morals.
Listen,
bro.
I
Your
could-
standards are so low that you don't
No.
care about your mum and your sister.
I do.
No, you don't. You just said to me you don't care about them. Someone's going to say to
someone's
him,
words.
you just said.
Just go exposed, man.
It's like,
You're
like-
happy.
You're exposed,
You're happy to,
I'm exposed.
you're happy to call the Queen the bitch
Come on.
because she's not here. You see that? Oh, you see the double standard. You're happy to call the Queen the bitch, yeah?
Yeah.
She's not around.
Yeah.
But you can't call him a packy because he's around.
I'm
Because you're
demonstrating.
scared.
No, it's about scary. It's
Scared, man.
I'm
You're
demonstrating the
chicken,
point.
man. You're chicken, man. You see, you only say things.
Well, I'm never going to meet the Queen, so
No,
I
you
can't
only
really do
insult people behind their backs.
it. No, it's not about their backs, bruv. You don't understand the
What?
point.
The man
In
is dead.
principle,
The man is dead. Why do you want to insult him? The man is dead.
there are many people that are dead. That Hitler's dead.
Let him rest-
Napoleon's dead. But we
let
can still
him re-
insult them.
let them-
Caesar's dead.
let
We
them
can
rest
insult
in
them.
peace. Don't
Winston
insult-
Churchill.
insult the dead.
You can insult them if you
Don't
want.
insult the dead. Respect the dead, man. Come on.
Why is the dead person not a
Respect
person
the
to be
dead, man.
No, I don't agree with that.
When you're dead, do you want people to respect
They
you?
can do what they want. That's their choice.
You
I
got
don't think you understand what choice means.
Moral standard.
No.
Man. You need to like manage.
So if I say to you, your prophet or whoever it is, so let's say let's take prophet out of it because it's too religious.
No, it's okay.
The reason why I'm saying, let's say for example you believe in a political party. Let's say for example you support a political party, and let's say for example Jeremy Corbyn. Am I allowed to insult Jeremy Corbyn?
I don't care if you did. Bro.
I'm giving an example. It's not about if you support him or not. I'm giving the example. Should be allowed to insult someone's leader?
Yeah.
Yes.
Look, I
He's
don't
your
entirely
leader.
agree with that.
Why?
You know,
Sorry,
because,
why?
Look, if you have something against, you say the leaders, you know, it doesn't have to be an outright insult. You know, it
I'm
could
allowed
be
to
a
insult
form
them.
of
You don't have to like
advising,
it.
a critique.
Right,
But
it's the right to free speech. It's a part of free speech.
yeah, it is. But I don't think you'll be happy if I keep insulting you.
I wouldn't be happy, but you could.
But he
still got
wouldn't.
right to do it.
But you're still allowed to do it.
No, but there is a.
an end to it. Where does it end? We insult everybody. Everybody insults everyone.
Okay, everyone's stupid. I'm stupid. Everyone's insulting each other.
No, but let's not insult first.
When you say insult, what do you mean by
No, he wants to curse, say bad things about your mother or you or whatever.
Well, technically, why would you necessarily need to do that?
Exactly, this is my whole point.
However, in Speaker's Corner, I know it sounds strange, he has the right to, but you don't necessarily have to do it because you have the right.
But that's not my personality to do
I'm
that.
not going to have a chat with you now, come having a chat and start cursing you just because I've got the right to. Well, why would I do that? It's just the reason we have those restrictions. No, but there's a reason why those restrictions are lifted, and the reason is you can then.
In this place.
Yes, because you can have vigorous debate. That's the whole point. So you don't have to be frightened if you want to say something that might.
I almost had a fight over there.
Right. What you need to do, and I mean this with absolute respect to you, go on Google. Everyone loves Google. Go and find out the history of Speaker's Corner, and then you'll understand why it is totally acceptable to ridicule religion and everybody here. You'll understand
but outside of this place, we're talking. We're not saying about
it's the policy of the place, but it's not.
Speaker's Corner has a reason. It's a freedom of speech forum. It comes enshrined in law because of history of this place. Do you know what happened in this place? Right, the Catholic martyrs were executed in this place, and the Catholic martyrs were not going with the Church of England.
So we are all getting a lesson here.
Right. Well, do you want a lesson or do you want to? Right. Okay, I'm only trying to help. Right. So what I'm saying is, because you said I don't know about this, so I'm telling you. Right. So the issue of the history here is that the Catholic martyrs, this was a place of execution, and it was a place of religious ridicule. It's a place of where criminals were hung. The Tyburn tree, which is just over there, was where they were hung from. We had public hangings here, okay, back in history. The reason you have the right to speak, freedom of speech here, is because when someone was on the verge of being hung or executed, they used to unzip them as well with a sword, used to unzip them with a sword. They said, have you anything to say before you die, sir? So that, if you think how powerful that is, me upsetting someone because of their religion or them upsetting me.
Would you want to upset them?
No, but you don't go out your way to upset, but sometimes you could be having a discussion where you don't like what I'm saying in the argument, get upset. Well, in this area, tough, that's the way it is.
Well,
it doesn't mean I'm going to go out of my way to insult you.
I don't like to ridicule religion,
Well,
but that's your personal choice. That's personal choice.
So what I suggest
this was a little thing that you called. Did you say paki me or something? I don't mind if you call me from my country. I wouldn't care.
Okay. You don't get it when people die, so we can have freedom of speech.
No, but
exactly. So I don't mind.
If you don't want to be ridiculed, if you don't like ridiculing of religion, then you don't come to Speaker's Corner because it's allowed here.
I understand that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So you can get offended, which I totally expect. Now, because I've got the freedom to do that, doesn't mean I'm going to do it, does it?
But we're having a discussion. In principle, should be allowed to criticise religions and satirise them.
Of course, you can satirise religion.
But they're saying you can't.
I mean, the British are famous for satirising religion. We have laughed at religion in this country for generations and generations. I mean, there are some of the best comedy in British comedies are based on religion. We've laughed at Christianity, we've laughed at Judaism, we've laughed at everything here. We've laughed at race as well, black and white here, and we've found it to be a comedy. It's been part of comedy. Britain is a satirical comedy country. We have satire for everything. We laugh at our politicians every day. We make satires of them.
And the Queen as well, and the royal family.
And the Queen as well. I can't get done for laughing at the Queen here either. So really, with great respect, religions are based on an ideology where there are various reasons why people are in different tribes of religion, and I don't believe in religions. I don't even believe in God, so you'd class me as an atheist. With you, I declare you as a religious person. So I'll respect you for being a religious person, as you should respect me for an atheist. But we might have a discussion that I might say, well, I don't believe in God, and you might say, well, you do. That's perfectly acceptable here.
And this is what I thought what the place is about.